To understand why the F-47 matters, you need to understand what a generation means in fighter aviation. Every generation represents a quantum leap, not an upgrade. A complete reinvention of what air combat means. First generation. Post-World War II jet fighters. The F-86 Saberfast, powerful revolutionary for its time. Second generation supersonic fighters. The F-104 Starfighter, Mach 2, missile-armed. A whole new kind of lethal, third generation. Bay and visual range combat. The F-4 Phantom. Radar-guided missiles. Fourth generation multi-role dominance. The F-15, the F-16, the F-18. The aircraft that defined American air power for 40 years. Fifth generation stealth. The F-22 Raptor. The F-35 Lightning. And now, sixth generation, the F-47. A fighter so advanced. It doesn't just dominate the battlefield. It renders every previous generation of fighter irrelevant. The F-22 Raptor was supposed to be the last word in air superiority. When it entered service in 2005, nothing on Earth could touch it. Supercruise supermaneuverability, low observable stealth. It was so dominant. The Air Force stopped buying them after just 187 aircraft. They thought they had enough. They were wrong, because while America was fighting wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, China was watching, and learning, and building. By 2011, China unveiled the J-20, their own stealth fighter. By 2017, it was operational. Russia unveiled the Su-57, their fifth-generation answer to the F-22. Suddenly America's air superiority edge was narrowing, and the F-35, as advanced as it is. It was designed as a multi-role strike aircraft, not a pure air superiority fighter. It was never meant to replace the F-22 in a peer-to-peer dogfight. 187 aging F-22s. The F-35 designed for strike missions. And two peer adversaries with stealth fighters of their own. The answer wasn't an upgrade. It was a generational leap. In 2014, the U.S. Air Force quietly launched one of the most ambitious aircraft programs in American history. They called it NGAD, Next Generation Air Dominance. The goal was simple: build a fighter so advanced that no adversary could ever catch up, not in 10 years. Not in 20. No public contracts, no congressional hearings open to the public, no press releases, just work. By 2020, the Air Force made a stunning announcement. They had already built and flown a full-scale demonstrator. In secret. By the time America announced the program existed, they had already been flying it for years. The F-47 wasn't a promise. It was already a reality. So what actually makes the F-47 sixth generation? What separates it from the F-22 and F-35? 4 things. First, range. The F-47 has been designed from the ground up for the Pacific theater. The vast distances between islands and bases in the Western Pacific, where the F-22's combat radius of 590 miles simply isn't enough. The F-47 is reported to have a combat radius exceeding 1,000 miles, without refueling. Second, open systems architecture. The F-47 isn't just a fighter. It can connect to satellites, drones, ground stations, and allied aircraft simultaneously, sharing targeting data in real time, coordinating entire battle networks from the cockpit. Third, directed energy weapons. Unlimited ammunition, as long as the engines run, the weapons fire. And fourth, artificial intelligence. Not just as an assistant. As a co-pilot. The F-47's eye can manage sensors, weapons, and defensive systems simultaneously. Faster than any human pilot ever could. The pilot doesn't fly the F-47. They command it. Here's where the F-47 gets truly terrifying. It doesn't fly alone. The F-47 is designed to command a fleet of autonomous AI combat drones. They call them Collaborative Combat Aircraft. CCAs. Unmanned, expendable, lethal. Each one carrying weapons. Each one acting as an extension of the F-47 pilot's will. Think about what that looks like in combat. 1 F-47 pilot, 6 autonomous wingmen. All networked. All sharing sensor data. The pilot sees through every drone's eyes simultaneously. The enemy radar detects 7 aircraft, but only one has a human on board, and they don't know which one. The drones can fly into heavily defended airspace first, absorb the enemy's missiles, and when the enemy has nothing left to fire, the F-47 strikes. This isn't just a new fighter, it is a completely new model of air warfare. One pilot, one F-47. A small air force. China has spent 20 years building toward air superiority over Taiwan. Their J-20 stealth fighter. Their J-35 carrier-based stealth aircraft. Their HQ-9 air defense systems. Billions of dollars. Thousands of engineers. The F-22, the F-35. Aircraft they understood, aircraft they had studied. Aircraft they had built countermeasures for. And now, the F-47 exists. And everything China built to counter American air power was built for the wrong war. Their radar systems were designed to detect 5th-generation stealth signatures. The F-47 stealth is a generation beyond that. Their missiles were designed to intercept 5th-generation flight envelopes. The 47's speed and maneuverability exceed their targeting parameters. Their electronic warfare systems were built to jam 5th-generation avionics. The 47's open architecture adapts in real time. It learns their jamming frequencies and works around them. In one announcement, America didn't just field a new fighter. It reset the entire strategic competition. China is now 20 years behind. Again, here's the number that makes congressmen sweat. The F-47 is estimated to cost between $300 million and $400 million per aircraft. Let that sink in. The F-35 costs roughly $80 million per plane. The F-22 cost about $150 million. The F-47, up to $400 million. For an air force that needs hundreds of them, you are looking at a program cost that could exceed $100 billion. And that is before sustainment. Before training. Before the CCA drone fleet. So is it worth it? Here's how the Pentagon answers that question. What is the cost of losing air superiority over the Pacific? What is the cost of a war with China that America isn't prepared to win? What is the cost of an adversary that believes it can challenge American air power? Compared to those numbers, $300 million per aircraft is cheap. Because the F-47 isn't just a weapons system. It is a deterrent, an adversary that knows the F-47 exists, and knows they have no answer for it. May never start the war in the first place. That is the math the Pentagon is betting on. Only the best of the best will ever sit in the F-47 cockpit, and even they will spend years before they're cleared to fly it. The selection process is unlike anything in military aviation history. Cognitive ability testing that makes astronaut selection look simple. Spatial awareness evaluations. Stress response assessments under simulated combat conditions. Because the F-47 doesn't just ask its pilot to fly, it asks them to command. To process information from dozens of sensors simultaneously. To manage a fleet of AI wingmen, to make split-second decisions that affect entire battle networks. While flying at supersonic speeds. In contested airspace, against adversaries with the most sophisticated air defenses ever built. The F-47 pilot isn't just a fighter pilot. They're a battlefield commander. A network operator. An AI supervisor. And a combat aviator. But the human inside it has to be worthy of it. Russia's answer to 6th generation is the Su-75 Checkmate, a single-engine stealth fighter, designed to be affordable. Designed to be exported. Designed to challenge American air power at a lower price point. Sanctions, a war in Ukraine draining resources, the Checkmate may never enter service. China's 6th generation program is further along. In January 2025, China surprised the world by flying not one, but 2 6th-generation aircraft prototypes. The same week. A deliberate signal, we are coming, but here is what the intelligence community knows. China's 6th-generation aircraft are still years from operational service. The F-47 is already built. Already tested. Already flying. America didn't just win this round of the arms race. It lapped the competition. The F-47 won't fight alone. The Air Force's vision for 2030 and beyond is a layered system. At the top, The F-47. The quarterback. The most advanced crewed fighter ever built. Beneath it, the CCA drone fleet, hundreds of autonomous wingmen. Cheaper, expendable, lethal, alongside it, the B-21 Raider stealth bomber, and above it all, the SAR-72, each layer doing what it does best. The SAR-72 sees everything. The B-21 strikes anything. Anywhere. The 47 owns the sky. The CCA drones absorb the punishment. Together, they form the most lethal integrated air combat system in human history. No nation on Earth has an answer for all four layers simultaneously. Not Russia, not China. Not anyone. America isn't just building a new fighter. It is building a new era of air power. There is a number that every American fighter pilot knows. 17-1, that is the kill ratio of the F-15 Eagle, 104 aerial kills. 0 losses in combat. Ever, American fighter aviation has never lost an air-to-air engagement in the jet age. Not in Vietnam after early lessons were learned, not in the Gulf War, not anywhere. That record is the foundation the F-47 is built on. Decades of pilots. Decades of tactics. Decades of engineering, all pouring into this one aircraft. It is the heir to the greatest air combat tradition in history. The P-51 Mustang cleared the skies over Europe. The F-86 Sabre dominated Korea. The F-15 Eagle went undefeated. The F-22 Raptor redefined possible. And now, the F-47. The next chapter. The next era of American air dominance, and somewhere right now, a young pilot is being selected to fly it. To carry that legacy forward. Into a future that only America can see coming.